We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's caught right side, it turns. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Second and 6, just inside the 30. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. On the left side, Gallup's got it. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The tackle there by Richard Sherman.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now Prescott, and it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Niners take over in terrific field position. they'll play fake here on first down. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. They give him a gain of 38.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Beathard. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Possession going back over to Dallas here, a team who lost last week to Washington 20-17, and that was on the heels of that Week 6 blowout win they had over Jacksonville 40-7. But that loss against Washington, the field goal hitting off the upright after the penalty, a tough one to swallow.
It certainly was because it became a 52-yard field goal attempt for Brett Maher. Should have been 47, and ends up doinking it off the upright, not the crossbar. And Dak Prescott, he had been 4-0 against Washington in his short career prior to Sunday's loss. A tough game for him as well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
You're going 47, 47.
On 2nd down, Elliott. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
47, 47.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Second down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A second down throw for Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On third down, it's Prescott. Out. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. On the counter, Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Here we go, 46. 26. 26.
Prescott now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Time to get a look at the 49ers again here on offense. And this is a team that they've seen things go south for this crew from Northern California. And a lot of people thought...
I saw what you did there.
Oh, you like that?
South for the team from Northern California.
Yeah,
well done.
Directionalness. Yeah, it's kind of a play on words.
Okay.
But many thought that they were going to take a leap this year, and we know the injury they had at quarterback, but now they're 1-6.
Yeah, and remember when Jimmy Garoppolo got traded for last year, he won his 5 starts. So you mentioned that optimism. They've won 2 of their last 30 games when Jimmy Garoppolo has not started at quarterback for them. 13 straight losses now in the month of October.
Maybe the good news, the schedule does lighten up a bit going forward. They'll be at Arizona, home for the Raiders then, in what could be the final battle of the Bay, and then home for the Giants before their bye week, week 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Beathard. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Sweat. 26.
Again to Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Get out, get out.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here you go. Here you go. 26.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is right down the middle. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Beathard steps away to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On play action, they'll throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll throw here. Beathard. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jones. We got a second here. Let's take a peek around the league. What's coming up week 8. A couple big games as we near the halfway point of the season, Charles. I'm mainly looking at Philly and Jacksonville and London, and then New Orleans and Minnesota. That should be interesting.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Philly and Jacksonville, both teams struggling right now. The Eagles have already lost 4 games. They lost 3 all of last season. Both of those teams need a win in a big way. New Orleans at Minnesota, the Saints are on a heck of a roll right now. They've won 5.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cassius Marsh in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
10th carry now for Elliott. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge differences we know between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Over the middle to Garcon. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Gone!
To throw is Beathard. It's caught by Garcon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Here's Beathard to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Here's Beathard to throw. He gets this one to Garcon. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Back to throw Beathard. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on fourth down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Beathard now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there. And it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Detroit!
Now Beathard. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that'll make it 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now it's Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that's incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. This is Morris. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They run with Breida, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on deep?
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The give is to Elliott. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Second down, Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Beathard breaks the huddle and leads the Niners up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey. We got 3 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure now, and Beathard goes down to the turf. Jalen Smith in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now Austin. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to sweep with Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Good.
He'll look to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Clock running here under 90 seconds to go. Back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
They run again with Breida. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second and goal.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll try to run it with Morris. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Alfred Morris taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Here we go. 47.
Now Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And that will write a finish to this ball game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out,
you